tensions. Wait, aren't they already at war? How are tensions in the nations in the Middle East getting worse?
Well, there's a difference between a kind, friendly, happy war and a serious business war.
So what we've got right now is sort of sunshine sparkle war.
It's getting warmer in Africa. Did you know? There's your APB, or I suppose the more you know. Fucking like shooting star passes by.
Let's look at Lay Air's routes. Alright, those are their... Okay, never mind. These are just the original
Can't
ones.
you just see the gray lines and see whether they connect to Brussels?
Yeah, they get a little bit jumbled around the map there, on that part of the map.
Alright.
But nope, they
not
don't.
Connect.
They fly to Rostov, though. And they fill up that plane. That individual plane.
It's making them so much riches.
Yes.
Those capitalist pig dogs.
Yeah, forget it. We don't want to live by their example. We're actually out of slots in London. That seems bad for what I want to do in the future.
30 months left for an expansion.
Won't be seeing that, will we?
You will. It's only 30 months.
Oh, 30 months. Never mind. I thought for some reason I was thinking it was 30 turns.
30
I'm
turns?
Like, no, we're not going to see that come to fruition, are we? Or if we do, it'll be at the very end of the...
So 30 months, by the time you get these slots that are coming in, it'll be 21 months away. So
Yes.
Be prepared for nearly the next 2 years to have just those slots there in London. Which means you're not going to be able to continue your fucking dream job of constantly stuffing flights to London.
It is going to be disappointing that I can't stuff flights to London. Alright, now let's take a quick look at London one more time. And it's going to take him... What was it going to take you? 6 months?
It's going to take him 9 months.
9 months. 9 months.
Yes, 9.
9 months. Oof. Alright, let's end a turn then.
Wow, that was exhausting. Woo!
I mean...
Another day in the coal mines.
You know, win or lose, I wouldn't mind getting one of these two scenarios done this evening. That's...
Oh, shit. London to Hong Kong is a route Metlink opened.
Those bastards. Oh, so tensions in the Middle East are rising, but the India-Pakistan War II ended and Middle East peace
I thought that
is
was
returning.
tensions in Africa.
Oh, maybe it was that they were in Africa.
Oh, but still happening in Brussels. Woo!
Everybody Wang Chung. There.
La Air also beating you in interregional.
Oh, I've never been I've never been great in interregional routes.
So Africa does seem like it'll be easy to take. In between the Middle East and Oceania, the Middle East would be easier. Oceania would be hard for you to do because Metlink hauls nearly 7,000 passengers per quarter.
Peace and money are returning. DC-860s, woo! Lay Air's ordering a bunch of those the moment they can. Morrowind. Nope, sorry about Morrowind, I guess. Alright, 8 slots in LA, 8 slots in Mexico City. So the question is, do I first thing go and buy all these DC-860s that I'm so excited about? You have no idea how excited I am about these things, you guys.
Then tell me how excited you are.
I'm so fucking excited.
How excited?
Excited enough that...
If I had a mason jar and it was empty and we could fill it with how excited you are, how full would the mason jar be?
Well, how big is the mason jar?
About the size of one mason jar.
About the size of one mason jar?
Yeah.
then I think you wouldn't be able to close the lid. That's how excited I am.
Oh shit! My God.
You wouldn't be able to get the little metal hinge over and flap it down and get the thunk. No.
Earl, throw the moonshine out the window. It's time for us to start hauling this excitement.
There you go. Okay, so let's talk to her first about it. This ultimate DC-8 is larger than previous models. It's the best aircraft to anchor your fleet. Then why did you tell me to anchor my fleet with this? I feel like I've been deceived. That, or you think that I should anchor my fleet with something suboptimal.
It's the new anchor.
How many anchors do you think my ship is supposed to have?
Well, for starters, this isn't a ship simulator.
It's a fleet simulator.
I saw you scroll over to Illusion, and I thought you were gonna fucking check in there again. I'm like, what the fuck, Bo?
Here, I suppose I should check on my newest root progeny here.
Look at how much money you're still making between Los Angeles and London.
Ooh, Toronto's almost... Oh, that came out perfectly, almost naturally. Or almost perfectly naturally.
Yes.
That's nice. It's
You
nice
can
when
leave
things
it
work
there
out
for
that way.
that little variance.
And Honolulu's still doing just about as it should.
Can you... Well, once you're done with this, I think you could increase the fares even more from Los Angeles to London. Because it's still 100%, baby!
Baby! Alright, so... You guys aren't doing that well with this route, are you?
Well, I mean, they're making money. They're also just fucking like, minus 50%.
You know what? The game's not always fair. Maybe people are really way more interested in getting from Mexico to China.
Well, it's Mexico to LA.
I'm talking about the superiority of my network. The superior Beijingity of it. Who else is going to get you to Beijing through a very complicated series of flights?
Just make your damn route. Beijingity.
I'm going to go ahead and open this route because apparently I've decided we haven't heard that enough lately, so we're gonna have that happen.
I guess that'll be a thing we'll let happen.
Well, thanks, guys. You spend half a year trying to get us one more flight, pal. Appreciate your efforts.
Such labors.
The labors of Hercules. Alright, so look at this DC-860. We can only get one. Well,
wow, how worth it. Totally, you'll be able to replace any flights that have one of the prior models. Woo! Thank God. Praise the scholars will have this one plane.
You know what? We were pretty close to having the ability to buy two, and that would have been enough to replace all of the planes on the London to Beijing route.
Maybe you can increase the fares of some of your interregional routes that you're too, like, cringy about to adjust. See, look at that. It's still full.
Full to bursting.
How about that London to Beijing route? Especially since Netlink is now going to be challenging with London to Hong Kong.
This is still full. So yes, how about I raise fares now that I have competition?
That's right. Embrace the Vishingity.
Unleash the bogus. Fine. I'll leave this alone. After all of that,
strikes again.
After-
DC-860s. Metlink has ordered the new generation.
after all of that hype about, getting better.
Oh, once again, you're dominating in Europe.
Thank goodness. It must have been. There must have been something to do with the, I don't know,
Brussels.
Olympics or Brussels or something.
Oh, Metlink has reconfigured their efforts in North America.
Oh yeah, they are.
Actually, but look at that! Vishingity this! Wham! I just made the DX motion.
So you want people to Beijing your crotch?
I just did a crotch shot at Metlink. Bam!
That is certainly a thing a person can do. Look at all these. All these numbers still largely the same. However, I now have not quite enough money to buy 3 DC-860s. Would I, though?
Look at how profitable the London to Beijing route still is. Good, delicious money.
I feel like you're not chopping your crotch anymore. You're doing something else. What exactly, I do not know.
Oh, good. 40%'s our limit. We found it,
40% is our
everyone.
limit. Well, piss. Alright. Now what am I going to do with these last DC-850s?
Gonna raise fares? I don't know.
I could set up a route between London and Mexico City.
Will that generate a meaningful enough profit for you?
Apparently people want to travel out of Mexico City if they're using my airline.
Well,
Let's take a look at the competition here.
Metlink.
Please travel with us on one of our 4 flights.
They have 3 planes, but 4 flights. You have 2 planes and 7 flights. Oh my god.
Honestly, people are choosing my airline because they prefer the intelligent efficiency. They're like, I can trust an airline that knows what the hell they're doing. That's going to be our slogan.
It's good. It's good.
I can trust an airline that knows what the hell it's doing.
Alright.
I will, you know what? Let's see, 5930. That is the range that we are looking at here.
Yeah.
I want to find out how much the distance is going to be
From Sydney to anywhere
between
meaningful.
Sydney to anywhere meaningful. We could do it.
Alright.
can do it.
Can be done.
So I tell you what. Let's negotiate for a couple of slots here.
Interregional hype! Now, shouldn't you negotiate for the slots in Sydney, first?
Yes.
Aha!
That's
It'll probably take 6 months unless Australia hates you.
Australia's probably not that upset with me.
It's frowny facing.
You know what? You better get on that.
See you next year, sucker!
You know what, Grimmeth? I think I've just realized what it is that I want to do. I've been trying to figure out, like, what would be alternate career paths that I could take if I really wanted to, I don't know, avoid covering another election again, for example. Oh, I don't know. How about I work for an airline where they tell me to go get some slots? Oh, okay. Well, how long do I have to call this airport and request these? Take a year. Well, all right. I'll do that.
Just gonna fucking spend 8 months at the titty bar.
That's right. And that's still devoting longer than you would think it might take to talk to a person about, you know, getting... I guess maybe if I spend 8 months at the titty bar with them, they'll get so... that will establish such a rapport that they'll be like, yeah, come on, let's get the hell out of here, go get you those slots. Alright.
Did you say give me some sluts? No, slots.
Slots, pal. Slots.
Porque no los dos.
So, I'm almost well, okay, I am disappointed. I am disappointed that we have hit the money ceiling here. As much money as it is, I was hoping to be able to get 14 flights in here and then still be filling them all up so that I could swap over to a bigger plane and make even more insane cash. But that's just not going to be the way that it happens.
I mean, sure, if you lower the fares, maybe you could find some sweet spot by constantly fucking haggling with this route.
Yes,
but
I'd
might
need
be better for you to, like, you know...
I'd need 7 planes. I'd need 7 DC-860s to do it. I don't know that I have the patience for that.
Don't know whether you have the time for that. So why buy any DC-860s?
I can still put them on the Beijing-London route.
Or we can keep increasing fares.
Yes. Alright. Fine. They're so shiny and new.
Okay.
You know how excited I am in terms of mason jars.
I know. This is what I fucking call, like, whenever Variax plays games, stuff lust. Like, a lust for stuff. Like, it's stuff. I want it.
Look. The name
that's
isn't...
That's a very capitalist approach, Bobo.
The name was in blue text. I know it has some kind of enchantment.
Okay, so, out of curiosity, what are the stack differences between these two long-range DC-8s? How much more efficient is the new plane compared to the old plane?
Geez, if I remember right, the economy on them was comparable, but... it was basically just a very large separation in seating capacity.
A 4258 versus 4262. So the DC-850 is more efficient. It just seats fewer passengers.
It has slightly lower maintenance costs, but it seats 90 fewer people.
So here's how this goes then. You can buy the new planes for these new routes you're going to establish in, say, South America, or alternatively, you can buy the new planes, put them on London to Beijing, and use those planes for the South American routes.
Yes. Let's see. What are the routes that we want to do here in South America to become #1 in South America? Or do we want to even do that? Maybe we just get Africa going.
Well, you're gonna have to, like...
compete.
Like, you'll have to pick one of these regions to throw under the bus, but you'll have to win everywhere else.
Well, hang on. How many regions do I get to throw under the bus?
You have to win 6, and there's 7 regions, right?
Alright. So I'm going to have to win both of these then, because I don't feel like, in the end, I'm going to want to compete with all this wargarble in the Middle East.
I think it would be easier for you to beat the passenger count in the Middle East than it would for you to be, say, in Oceania. I think Metlink is just too well entrenched there.
They have one route.
Oh. How about that? They're hauling a lot of passengers for that one route. Fascinating. Well, maybe it is feasible then. I thought they were fucking just networked all over there.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a network in the there are networks in the Mideast and Africa right now.
Okay.
So, I'll have to knock over one of those two.
Yes, and I think... I don't know which would be easier for you. You already do at least have a city hooked up in Africa, though.
Yeah.
As opposed to one in the Middle East.
It does seem like they are... I could get down to Nairobi, and I don't think they would be willing to do that from up here, because you'd have to put an actual, like...
No, you don't have to put an actual big people plane.
Okay.
Wow, that cost there is pretty damn small to get from Tunis to Nairobi.
Wow. This is interesting. Is it going to be as bad for Cairo? Of course, I don't want to start getting involved in setting up routes here right now if it looked like tensions in this region were rising a little while back. I worry that another war is about to break out. That's always the issue with either Africa or the Middle East. Just have wars popping around. Oh well. Next, let's go with South America. South America never makes too much money, but probably going to be easier to take over South America. Yeah.
Yes.
Take them over.
Yes.
So, geez,
All right, man.
we actually have everyone at work for once.
What a novel concept. So, which city is better, Rio or Sao Paulo?
Rio is probably a better city, but I would have competition on that route.
You'll probably want to have them both connected, so as to be able to trump Metlink and passengers here, because they have the West Coast. Is that Lima over there?
Yeah.
The West Coast? Okay.
Well, they got Lima over here, and they have they've got Santiago.
There's so many fucking Santiagos.
This is the Chile one.
Santiago is like the name of Greenville in the United States.
Right,
57 million Greenvilles.
Those banana republics. So yes, the best city in this region is Rio. It takes a big boy plane to get there, though, because it is something of a hike.
Well, yeah, but that just gives you an excuse to buy the newest, shiniest planes and either put them on that route or replace the planes on the London-Beijing route.
That's true, but they're such inefficient planes. I will never make money on this route. I tend to think. Hang on a second. Let's go back here. Okay. It's not La Air. It's Korean. I'm using the select button to alternate through these. How are you making money on this route, Metlink? I don't believe you.
Can you analyze their route to see like what planes they've got on it? And
I
how
can
well
analyze
they're doing?
I can analyze their route. Let's go over here to Metlink. And wait, Rio, 85% full. What kind of plane? You have a 70. Okay, look at all those gobs of cash that they are making on this. Well, they've fine-tuned it. A 707 doesn't hold that many people, if I remember right. So
707-320 holds 160 passengers.
okay, so
that's comparable to a DC-850.
30 or 50, right? Okay, so if they can do it, surely I could. So let's go ahead and get Saloman on a job.
Saloman.
How long would it take you to get me 5 slots here? 6 months?
Yeah.
Okay.
On Rio.
You might be done before I need the slots. But that's okay.
Less sallow, like, which would be pretty nice, right?
Yeah, there you go. So more slots in LA, more slots in London next go round.
Yes, but those will be the last slots you get in London for a very long time.
They'll be the last slots. Well, no, I don't know that for sure yet.
For a year and a half, those will be the last slots you get in London because the airport needs to expand.
Yes, but I don't. Well, maybe it's so. I just thought it wasn't giving me the option to negotiate for 14 just because of relations between the. Oh, okay. You know what? You were looking at some of the other pictograms in London, probably where I was not. Let's take a look at how many we have and how many we can
was
get.
merely like, I don't know the exact numbers for all the slots off the top of my head. It's going to take a while.
We do have 58 out of a possible 58. So, There you go. That's all we're getting.
Yep.
Well, alright. I am going to have to start buying DC-860s if I want to start bringing more people into this region then.
Or, I mean, you could just not expand your interregional routes to London and instead use those slots in London on local routes.
Yeah.
Because you do have to win the region of London.
I do have to win the region of London.
Yes, the greater hemisphere of London.
I'm gonna, and jeez, there's just not that many good cities left to do it with. I mean, Helsinki. I could send people to Finland. I mean, all the good cities that are left are pathetic. I mean, I could get a London to Paris route. That would probably guarantee it. But it would also be nearly guaranteed to lose money. Let's see. What if I go ahead and buy these DC-860s? No. I'm not going to, because I know that you're discouraging the shinies. And if I don't do it, I'll have extra money.
I mean, you're your own man, and again, you do know more about this game than I do. I'm merely just, I'm challenging you. It's a pro of our government system, right? I make you have to be a better player at this game by challenging your thinking process.
Alright. Have we changed this route this turn? No, not yet. So, what if I hike it up just that little titch more? I'm just going to get so downtrodden when eventually that stops being 100% full, because it means that I won't be able to get, get bigger planes on it for more cash. It's always nice to have that option still on the table.
That link is expanding more into Africa.
Oh, Metlink, what are you doing? Oh, what's the whole world doing?
Holy shit!
Moscow has been overcome by high winds. So there you go. I guess it's a good thing I didn't go and negotiate
high winds
there anyway.
Focused on the city of Moscow caused the entire world to spin.
Look, you've never heard of the giant sail that they put up in Moscow?
Moscow blows, says Soviet Steve.
And, okay, it's still not number one in interregionals, but I feel like we've done a good job.
Yeah,
and we are number one in Europe.
Yes, because the Africa totals are pitiful. Middle East totals are
Midland.
Decent. Yeah.
Koreans still existing and sort of chugging along in Southeast Asia, but
they're deadlocked. Metlink hauling a decent number more passengers in North America now.
yeah,
Not that many in
bad.
South America.
Although
Money train.
we are number one in Cash Money Foods now, so I feel better about that.
That's the technical term.
Next year, the Olympics will be held in Mexico City. Fuck yeah! Oh, and screw you, 737. 737-200s are pretty worthless in this game.
Let's see, 737-200, range of 1,500, seating capacity of 110.
Yep.
And, good talk.
Hooray, another slot in Los Angeles.
Yay! Yay!
Alright, let's go to London here. See what we can do. Show 'em what we can do. Alright, so we got...
Oh, look, you're still making, like, 100% load capacity on London to Beijing. I
Yep.
just love Beijing-ing.
Alright. And that's at 30% fares. That's...
Right now, so when you buy, like, new planes, do you, like, want to put them on this London to Beijing route, or do you just want to put them on the South American route?
I think I gotta put them on the London to Beijing route.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use these excess DC-850s in South America or to get down to Australia.
Okay.
Because I don't anticipate those routes being as full or profitable as London to Beijing.
Right.
We'll see.
I'm pretty confident. I think you can stand by that statement.
Although, now I have more than enough money to replace those two. And now that we have those slots in Beijing, I can even add as needed if I put these two planes on here and we still fill them up all the way. Because there's not much else we're going to do with those 8 slots. Probably.
You mean other than expand more into Europe so as to retain control over the region?
Well, if I've got control over the region right now, I will be okay doing that. Because the only other things that I'm going to do now would be more routes that we may or may not end up needing in the long run. And there is a cap on routes in this game. And
What's the cap?
I think it's like 40?
Okay.
Somewhere around there.
Alright, well, you got like 21, 22 city connections plus a few extra routes, so you've still got plenty of flexibility, but alright.
I do. I'm still under the ceiling, but I still have regions that I'm going to have to take over.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
They still got to have that room to grow. Let's see. Now, how long is it going to be until we've got that Rio slot set up? I think actually I'll have that next turn.
3 months. Yeah, you'll have
that next turn. So, what I should probably do now is go ahead and set up the.
With a whopping 1 slot available right now in Mexico City.
That's right. Gonna go ahead and open up this regional hub, and let's go ahead and negotiate for some more slots, just for having them.
Because you'll kind of need them in order to establish these South American routes.
I don't mind having a little bit of excess capacity. I know, I don't mind having excess capacity just about anywhere, but I especially don't mind having it in hubs.
Unfortunately, this is going to take 9 months.
It is. It's sad, but true. And this is
the
still
slots
doing well.
the slots in Rio are going to be sitting there for a while. Regrettably.
Well, I will have at least... I mean, I'll have 1 flight I'll be able to make. I don't know whether or not that's going to be the most efficient use of my time or money, but I will go ahead and stand by it. What else can we do here in North America? Not much, because we are not going to be able to negotiate for more slots in North America, I don't think. Considering that whopping 1 slot that we got. Yep.
Airport will expand next turn, so it's possible you might get more slots from that. But you are dominating almost as many slots as you can there, like 50%.
Yeah, so it'll be unlikely I'll be able to get too many more. And we are still number 2 in passengers, and now we're number 2 with a bullet. I'm wondering whether or not, you know what's, I wonder have they taken a big bite out of London or LA to New York? No?
No.
That's still doing just fine. How many flights do they have going, though? I wonder if they have a full... Nope, they have 4. Well, that's Le Air. They have 1.
They have a 1049 that's barely making any money running between New York and LA.
What the... How are they... How are they number 1 in this region?
I'm just like, fuck this route.
What on earth? Anybody want to fly to Dallas? Can I go to Atlanta or Chicago? Chicago's not a bad town. And we've looked at Atlanta before, I know, but I'll look at it again, because why not? Houston, I flew out of there not long ago. It's okay. I was impressed by the size of Houston, not necessarily in terms of a downtown with sprawling skyscrapers, although they did have some of that, but just basically how much area the metro area managed to take up. Just the acreage of it was pretty massive, which of course is, I guess, the thing that people like to say about Texas. So yeah, I get it, but still, like, you could drive through moderately developed, not high-rises, but, you know, sort of dense-ish suburban and up levels of activity for, you know, an hour or more. Just getting along your way. I have to imagine it would be a real pain if you were on one end of the town and wanted to do something on the other end of the town. So, there you go. That's your fun Houston report, everybody. Don't spend it all in one place. I guess there's nothing else I can do with this turn. All of my agents are out in the field. And the only thing we have left is the exciting new planes that we'll be getting later. Oh shit! All the world's monuments moved to Nairobi. Well, nothing we can do about that either. 60 more slots, we will get not that many of those. 4 or 5. Damn it.
Fuck.
Disappointed.
They are crushing you in North America.
How are they doing that? I don't understand.
Absolutely just skull fucking you in North America, and they don't even care about the LA route.
I don't get it. Is this some parallel universe where everyone wants to go to Phoenix?
Son of a bitch!
I never knew. Alright, everybody's getting DC-860s. They're the hot thing now.